Hello, this is Xavier here from Northbridge Secure. Thanks for joining this webinar. In this short video today, I'll be presenting our product line and how they help our customers become more agile and more efficient in their daily work life. First of all, a couple of words on who we are. Now, Northbridge Secure is a software vendor. Our head office is based in Sydney, Australia. We've got offices in North America and Europe. Our vision, simply put, is that work is an activity, not a place. We drive workplace transformation by improving user freedom of work and improving data security. We do this by changing the way people work inside and outside the office. We help people get more out of their mobile devices and help them be less tethered to a physical desk. We do this without actually changing the applications used on a daily basis. It's really all about helping people do more with what they have, wherever they are, without requiring earth-shattering application changes or business risks. Finally, all of our solutions are self-hosted and self-managed. Your data is far too important to tinker with it. Your data remains where you decide it should be. That's really our motto. A few words on our presence. We currently work with about 40,000 users worldwide. We cover 4 continents. Our model is purely partner-driven. We currently work with over 150 partners worldwide. Now let's get straight into the first solution I'd like to present. NetConnect. NetConnect is our flagship solution, and NetConnect is a secure mobile workspace solution designed to enable users to work with their device of choice from anywhere, inside and outside the office. NetConnect really is a gateway that you install at the edge of your network that will enable your users outside your network to simply and securely reach out to the resources inside your network and use them from the device of choice. This applies anywhere users may be, at home, where users can just take their personal PC, their Mac, and start working. On the go, where they can use any tablet or iPad to fully replace their laptop. Or even inside the office, where mobile phones can fully and truly replace a PC. Naturally, you don't have to use all of these solutions. You can simply pick and choose the ones that apply to you best. Now, let's see what it looks like first, and then we'll come back to this slide pack. So now let's say, for example, that I'm at home and I need to work from this document that I've left in the office. Now, what I would do is I would just go to my personal PC, open a web browser. All I need is a web browser, and go to my private NetConnect URL. Now, that environment is specific to my organization, and only people inside my organization can access it. I get to this page, and I've got my username and password. These are the same username and passwords that you would use in the morning in the office. For those IT people in the room, that means we do full Active Directory integration. We also do multi-factor authentication integration if you want to. Now, when I connect here, I get access to my mobile workspace. That's all the applications I'd be using throughout the day. Now, we're talking applications in the broader sense. Typically, I can access a Windows desktop. Now, that here could as well be the PC that I have left open at my desk inside the office, or could be a server running, I could be accessing a server running either in the back room or somewhere in the cloud. Now, once I'm connected to this environment, once again, I'm purely within a browser here. Everything is within my browser. What I can do from here, I get access to that desktop, and I can do anything I would do if I was inside the office sitting in front of that environment. I can start working, I can start typing documents, and I can start saving them onto my environment inside the office. Now, a couple of key takeaways here. First of all, I have not installed anything specific on my machine. All I'm using is a simple browser, and I don't need to remember any complex VPN configuration, IP address, etc. Just the username and password I already use in the office. Simple and efficient. Second, the only information that reaches my machine here are actually just encrypted screenshots of what's really happening inside the office. No corporate data has reached my device, and nothing is stored on my device here. So that once I disconnect or close my tab here, there's nothing remaining on my local device that can be used if anyone wanted to access my data. Thirdly, there's no actual connection between my machine and my secure network. The only communication happening is between my machine and the NetConnect server, and that communication stops here and another communication is happening between the NetConnect server and the rest of the environment. But if my PC, even if my PC was infected and fraud with malware and virus, none of these would be able to use NetConnect or that connection as a gateway to reach my network. Similarly, my PC would not be able to troll the network and leach out any unwanted data. So there's really this secure connection here, and NetConnect really acts as an air gap between the internal secure network and the rest of the organization. Now, that's a simple work from a personal PC experience, right? Now, NetConnect also enables additional environments. We also enable mobile users to work work simply from a tablet, typically an iPad. Now, what you can do is use an iPad with our mobile app, a Bluetooth keyboard, and we've integrated a mouse for iPad that usually is not possible with Apple devices. We've managed to crack that nut. So you can now use an iPad with a mouse and a keyboard as your full PC replacement when you're out on the go. It's extraordinarily powerful and extraordinarily slick as well, very elegant. Now that's the on the go type of experience. Even inside the office, we can provide a new experience that users have not had before. What we do is we can actually enable users to completely remove the need for a PC and to use everything from their mobile phone. What the users do is get to the office, plug their phone onto their monitor, onto a large monitor, use a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, and they get their full access to their working Windows environment on this monitor as if it was a PC. You cannot tell the difference. This is predominantly achieved using the Samsung DeX and the more recent DeXpad, which are docking stations for the Samsung devices that really provide this additional piece of physical hardware that really makes this experience truly awesome. Having said that, it also works with iOS devices with the keyboard I mentioned earlier on. So that's an experience that's a completely new experience where we're offering users to not have a desktop or a laptop anymore. Now, it might sound a bit daunting. Realistically, it's not. It's a new way of working. It's a new environment. Think about it in another way. Back a few years ago, the whole concept of not having a server in the back room was completely unthinkable. Now we're all moving our servers to the cloud because that's what makes sense. Being tethered to actual physical devices, physical servers doesn't make sense anymore. The same starts applying to the end users now. There's far more. There's enough processing power in the palm of our hands with our phones, with our iPads, with etc. For us to be able to use them as a proper device. Now, naturally, as I mentioned, you don't need to use the entire environment. You don't need to use all of these solutions. You can keep a laptop in the office, but just enable your users to work from home using a browser, or enable your users to be mobile with a tablet and a mouse. Now, let's see how this works briefly. So NetConnect, as I mentioned, is a gateway installed at the edge of the network. It connects on the one hand to all your internal resources, AD for authentication, remote desktop servers, users PC for the desktop experience, application servers, etc. On the other hand, NetConnect enables users to securely connect, authenticate, and access these resources using the device, as I mentioned. Now, NetConnect can deploy onto live networks, so you can actually enable that experience without changing your existing environment. Your on-prem, your cloud, your etc. All of this can still keeps working the way it always has. You enable new workloads for your users, new ability to work using new devices. You also keep using all the applications and data that you have always used, and you don't need to go for a full-scale migration. Now, a typical NetConnect deployment is completed in less than a day. In fact, once you know what you're doing, it'll probably take about an hour. Now, let's have a quick look at how and where NetConnect is installed. NetConnect takes the form of a virtual machine that you run in your environment, wherever it may be. So it can be on-premise as a virtual machine or as a physical machine, or it can be in the cloud. It can be in any cloud. In fact, we We integrate with Microsoft Azure, with AWS, and all the other big cloud environments. With on-premise, we also work with all the major hypervisors. In fact, we provide pre-installed machines for the major hypervisors, Hyper-V and VMware. Now, talking about cloud, NetConnect has a very strong affinity with Microsoft Azure. First of all, we're fully compatible with Azure AD, so that you can keep using your existing identities that you already have with Office 365 and Azure AD. You can also use NetConnect, and it's a very common use case, to secure the servers you have on Microsoft Azure. You can deploy your remote desktop servers on Microsoft Azure and use NetConnect as a gateway to your cloud environment, securing your servers and making them truly cloud-based, truly available for your end users from any device, which is really the flavor of the cloud that end users are expecting. Finally, NetConnect is available on the Azure Marketplace as a pre-installed machine as well, so you can very simply deploy it. Now let's talk quickly about the security aspects of NetConnect. NetConnect not only delivers a truly awesome user experience, but it also enables organizations to control their data in a better way. Firstly, as I mentioned, no data is stored on end user devices unless you've approved this data for this data to leave your network. This means end user devices are just empty shells. If I lose my iPad, I'll lose nothing, aside from maybe my Candy Crush games, but I'm sure I can survive. More importantly, no company data is stored on my device, so if I lose my device, I don't care. For IT organizations, it's also very important because that means you don't need to have control on end user devices, and you can have this real split between user data and corporate data. Your corporate data remains in your network. Of course, all communication is fully encrypted with the highest level of security. The communication between the end user device and the NetConnect gateway is fully encrypted. Now, with NetConnect, your network is better protected from end users as well. End user devices, as I mentioned, never communicate directly to with your network. Everything is handled by the NetConnect gateway, so that NetConnect really acts as an air gap between the outside world and your secure network. Nothing gets in that is not truly relevant to your NetConnect session. Nothing comes out that is not truly relevant to your NetConnect session. Malware, virus cannot get in, and unwanted information cannot leak out. We also, as I mentioned, integrate with all major multi-factor authentication solutions if you want to. Now, NetConnect is a secure appliance built for security from the ground up. Based on a Linux kernel, NetConnect's inception was actually in the SSL VPN appliance world. We've always been in the security business, and security is really in our DNA, it's even in our name. Now, NetConnect fully integrates with your Active Directory environment, allowing you to keep your existing policies and your file access strategy and etc. We really integrate with your existing world, so you don't have to rethink your entire security policy. We reuse what you already have. And finally, we offer all the monitoring and reporting solutions you'd expect from a solution like NetConnect. So, a quick summary of my presentation so far, really summarizing on NetConnect. NetConnect is designed to enable users to work from anywhere, from any device, just as if they were in the office. We really take the in-office experience, the traditional experience, and extend it to mobile devices. So we enable new ways of working, and a number of new things that really appear on the market today. So new ways of working from home, bring your own device, cloud access, mobility, all of these things without changing your applications, or even without even changing what you do when you're connected. We don't change what you do, we change how you do it. And it's really a new experience we're providing for end users, the best of both worlds. Now, let's have a quick look at our newborn solution, LYF. When NetConnect links users to their desktops and applications, LYF will connect the users to their files. Most solutions that you find out there to really have anywhere access to files would require you to migrate your data onto a cloud environment of some sort to be able to access it from anywhere. Often, employees will even have signed for a free consumer-grade data storage service to store their files so that they can work from anywhere. Now that's an administration nightmare and you're losing control of your data. LYF will turn your existing file storage, your R drive, your S drive, every company has one, into your very own private cloud file storage, or cloud-like, I should say. But your data actually never leaves your network. Your data remains on your server. Simply put, users can access their files on their internal S drive from their mobile phones, their tablet, their home PC, etc., without having to configure anything specific. No VPN, no etc. It just you either have a web-based access to your server, or you can access it from mobile apps. And you don't need to migrate any of your data. It remains exactly where it's always been. LYF is installed in exactly the same fashion NetConnect is. In fact, they share the same core. In fact, you can even have both workloads working on the same server and have the same configuration, the same integration, etc. So most of the elements I mentioned for NetConnect also apply for LYF. The Active Directory integration, the network protection, all of these sort of things. The other part as well is that we have the same simplicity we have with NetConnect. Deployed in minutes, simple to use, simple to manage, very, very efficient. Now, deploying either of them takes about an hour. All our training is video based, is all on YouTube, and is all freely available. To deploy your first environment, you'll be guided through by all our videos and our support team if you want to, and we'll help you every step of the way. You'll be up and running before you know it. Now, a few words on licensing. NetConnect has two main modes of licensing: subscription-based, per user per month, per user per year, per user per 3 year, and perpetual licenses. Most customers go for the per user per year model because it's simpler to manage from their end. However, all options are available, and if you're working with one of the online marketplaces we're working with, it may make more sense for you to go per user per month. It's all up to you. The per user per month has no commitment. No upfront commitment. Now, having said that, NetConnect is only available from our registered partners. In most countries, we also work with distributors and cloud marketplaces to help us reach out to more partners and more customers. Now, if you're a partner, you would like to work with us, or if you're a customer and you would like to find a partner, please contact us at sales@northbridgesecure.com. We'll be quite happy to work with you and get you started. Now, hopefully by now, you'd like to see what it's like in real life in your environment. It's quite simple. You can easily sign up for a 30-day free trial and install it in your environment, in the cloud, on-prem, anything. You'll be guided in your first install by our video-based training. So it shouldn't take too long. It should take about an hour, maybe two, and you'll really be up and running before you know it. Now, to get started, simply go to northbridgesecure.com/software and follow the prompts. Or you can just contact us at sales@northbridgesecure.com, and we'll be quite happy to work with you. Now, that completes my presentation today. Thanks very much for your time. Please don't hesitate to reach out should you have any more questions. We'll be quite happy to work with you and answer any question you may have. Thanks very much. Have a great day.